Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing on April Fools? Awesome, good. Let me have everybody please stand for the entrance of the cadets. At this time, I'll ask that you remain standing for a prayer led by Chaplain Bill Stickles.
Good morning, and thank you all for being here this day. We thank you for all these new fine young men and women that are becoming officers. I was given a plaque, and if it's all right, I'll read a line here. It says, "I am an officer that has been set apart from my peers for a very special purpose, providing safety and comfort for those I serve." These men and women have been set apart. I wanted to let them also know that the Bible tells us in the book of Psalms in 127, "Unless the Lord builds the house, they labor in vain who build it. Unless the Lord guard the city, the watchman stays awake in vain." They have a tough job to do, but they have a job that's necessary to do. They have lives that they're just beginning now as young officers and cadets. And I pray that as they take on the responsibilities, they'll always remember who they are. They will always look to the heritage that they follow and the heritage that they'll leave behind. And shall we go to the Lord in prayer? Dear Lord, I thank you for this time, for each and every one of these young men and women. I thank you for their lives. I thank you for their giving their lives to the purpose of the job that you set before them. I pray that they will always do the very best of their job with integrity and with honor. I pray that there'll be people that, for generations, people will be looking back upon them and remembering them and giving them respect for their name and for the job that they've done. I pray that you always keep their mind full of the job that they're doing and where they're at, that they may do it with integrity and to the very best of their ability. And again, I ask you to bless each and every one of their lives. I ask you that, Lord, this is just the very beginning of their life. I pray that one day they'll look back and see the great accomplishments they've made and where they've grown and where they've achieved throughout their life. Watch over them this day and for the days coming ahead. Always keep them mindful of who they are and where they are. And thank you for your protection and love. And thank you for guarding the city and guarding their house that they're guarding. In Jesus' name, amen.
Everyone take your seats, please. Thank you, Chaplain, for those kind words. All right. Thank you all once again for attending. Each and every one of you, family members, friends, those that could not attend, hopefully they're watching on the live streaming feed. We also have a member of the community that's highly recognized that was able to attend today. I want to recognize and thank Mayor Miyagashima for attending. And our honor guard, how about that? Sharp, huh? Good job, guys. Looking good. Good job. And all the supervisors and officers, and county manager and everyone that was able to attend, I appreciate it. I want to announce our first guest speaker. She has been Doña County Manager since December 1st, 2013. She was selected county manager by a unanimous vote of the Doña County Board of Commissioners after a national search. She has a wealth of experience in both the public and private sectors. She is a licensed attorney who graduated from the University of Oklahoma College of Law, where she was law class president. She has worked at all levels of government in Oklahoma, Washington, D.C., and California, as well as corporate America. A former assistant district attorney and a former assistant attorney general in Oklahoma. She also served both as an enlisted soldier and an Army Judge Advocate General Corps, or JAG officer. She retired as a lieutenant colonel and deputy commander of the 75th Legal Support Organization. Please help me welcome Doña County Manager Julia T. Brown, Esquire.
Good morning. I'm here for a couple of reasons today. First, to congratulate our cadets on having successfully completed the Basic Detention Academy program and becoming our newest detention officers, and to talk just briefly about detention in New Mexico. As you might imagine, the origins of detention centers, or jails, had their roots in England. Over the decades, it's evolved from workhouses and poorhouses, where people were ill-treated and abused, to our current system. Now, I won't say that current system is perfect. It still needs work, but it certainly isn't what it used to be. With only 5% of the world's population, the U.S. has more than 20% of the world's prison population. That makes us the world's largest jailer. From 1978 to 2014, prison population in this country rose 408%. 1 in 110 adults today are incarcerated in a prison or a jail. This marks the highest rate of imprisonment in this country's history. 1 in 35 adults are under some form of correctional control, counting jails, prison, parole, and probation. A growing number of people incarcerated in this country suffer from some form of behavioral or mental health problems, and it's reached crisis level. We're starting to look at that issue here in New Mexico, across the country, and here in jails in New Mexico. The jails have become the de facto mental health hospitals for the state. The state hospital, the New Mexico Behavioral Health Institute, houses on average 80 individuals in its adult psychiatric unit and 50 in its forensic unit. In addition, there are a combined total of 491 psychiatric beds in 14 hospitals statewide. Using statistics from the Metropolitan Detention Center in Bernalillo, the MDC, it can be estimated that approximately 35% of county jail population are on prescribed psychotropic medication, and an even larger percent have a mental health diagnosis that isn't being treated with medication. New Mexico is one of only 2 states in the Union where there are more people held in jails than in prisons. A one-day comparison from June 2013 showed that there were nearly 1,000 more men and more than twice as many women in New Mexico County jails than those held by the State Corrections Department. Let me share a couple of quotes with you. Jails are used for holding, speaking of mental health patients, because we don't know what else to do with them. And that's a quote from Angela Spence Pacheco, who is the first judicial district attorney. The other quote is from Matthew Elwell, who is the Luna County Detention Administrator. Jails have become the psychiatric crisis centers of first and last resort. We know that here in Doña County, in our detention center, a significant percentage of the detainee population has some form of mental or behavioral health issue. In December of last year, Senate Joint Memorial 4 was adopted. A task force and a smaller steering committee met a number of times to consider and vet recommendations. The final recommendations tell us that it's necessary to identify and assess the needs of the target inmates, to match those needs with identified community resources through individualized plans providing for wraparound services and prompt release. The task force also recommends creating regional, secure clinical facilities for identified individuals who are not released and who don't meet the criteria for commitment to the state hospital. Now, I'm sure by now you're asking, what has all of that got to do with graduation and the cadets and detention officers? Obviously, this segment of the jail population adds a layer of difficulty to the job. It's a tough job, and I commend you all for stepping up and becoming part of the small cadre of officers who are dedicated to making sure the community is safe from those who are detained in our jail, while at the same time making sure that the human and civil rights of those held there are not violated. Today, you officially become part of that small but elite group. My challenge and charge to you is to look out for one another. Take your oath, which will be administered in a few minutes, seriously. Be dependable and reliable. Show up for work. Don't abuse leave. Think about your fellow detention officers and the additional strain that's placed on them when you don't show up or don't do your job properly. When you don't, that causes the need for more overtime performed by others, and ultimately that means there's less money for the commission to consider pay increases for you and other employees. When you're at work, be at work. Don't have your head someplace else. This job requires all of your attention all the time. Things can go from quiet and calm to explosive in a split second. I also have a charge for the family and significant others of our cadets. This job, which your loved one is undertaking, is no joke. They will see and experience things which are sometimes frightening, sickening, depressing, and maddening. Sometimes they'll need space and time to process and think about what they've experienced during their shift. There will be times when they have to pull overtime, be away for important family events, and that special time that you had planned. I urge you to be there for them, to be patient and understanding. Your support will help them do the job they've just been trained for, and it will help keep them safe while they're performing those duties. The Board of County Commissioners is the policy-making body in this county. Years ago, the detention center was under the management and control of the county sheriff. In 1989, all that changed when the commission decided by unanimous vote to move that authority and control to the county manager, who was then authorized to hire a detention administrator. Some call it warden, some call it chief jailer. But by whatever name you know it, the point is the commission and county manager cares and is diligent in the efforts to make sure that our detention center is run in a professional manner, ensuring the safety to the public and respecting the rights of both the officers and employees, as well as those of our detainees. In furtherance of transparency and making sure that we're being efficient and effective in operating our detention center, over the next few weeks and months, we'll be looking at a variety of things, including but not limited to the establishment of a Citizens Advisory Committee, the primary purpose of which would be to make sure that we're compliant in all areas. Again, I congratulate you all on your achievement and commend you on your decision to become the county's newest partner in progress. Please join me in applauding their accomplishment. Thank you so much for joining us today for this auspicious occasion.
Thank you, Ms. Brown. You know, one thing I've preached to the cadets is throughout the academy, teamwork, and everything we do is for a reason. And these guys have worked hard. And just so you know, I'm the mean one that pepper sprayed everybody you see up here, tased everybody, and they didn't believe it was for a reason. But now they can tell you now that it was for a reason. I can assure the county manager, county commissioners, lieutenants, captains, and officers that these guys have received the best training that's out there. My instruction team, Captain Porter, Sergeant DePace, Sergeant Barreras, and myself have the state-of-the-art training. We have been certified in many courses to teach, and I assure you they are getting the best training. So they're ready to go. I keep calling them cadets. They don't like the name cadet anymore. They want to be called officers. So I told them I was going to prolong it a little bit and have them be called cadets as much as I could. Our next guest speaker has been with the Doña County Detention Center for 13 years. In 2003, he accepted a position as a detention officer. In 2004, he was promoted to lieutenant. After 10 years with the facility, he was promoted to the rank of captain in August of 2014. His goal is to provide the supervisors and officers with the tools, training, and supervision that they need to safely and competently serve the community. Please help me welcome Captain Justin Porter.
Morning, everybody. Thank you for attending the ceremony and joining us and watching them heal through this training process of 8 weeks. Some of them still have bruises and everything. I've seen them and heard about them. So I would like to thank some of the people for showing up again. Thank you for speaking, Ms. Brown. Appreciate it. Commissioner, thank you for participating. Also, little known, we actually have 2 mayors in the room. We have Mr. Miyagashima here, but also I'd like to recognize Ms. Stephanie Johnson-Burek, who also helps as our recruiter trainer. She's also helping as a mayor in Mesilla right now. So congratulations and thank you for showing up as well. Okay. Now she can buy me lunch. Judge Madrid, thank you for showing up. I know it's short notice. We very much appreciate you doing this oath of honor and helping them transition from that cadet to the officers that they will be for us. Thank you very much also. Special guests, family members, thank you all for showing up. Lieutenants, training department, everybody, thank you for all the work that you put in. Now I would like to spend the remainder of my time talking to you guys as the families and express to you what they've really been through. I'm sure what they've told you seemed hard and mean and rough, but it's all for a reason. We told them from the very beginning that we wanted them to be prepared for anything, and we tried to give them every task, every situation, whether it was mental or physical, and we tested them with the promise that in the beginning that they were going to learn more about themselves than they probably knew before the academy. We pushed them, and then we'd pepper spray them. We test them, and then we tase them. And then we ask them to get worked up and get mad and get angry, and then we ask them to control their emotions, because there's going to be times that even though they're mad and angry that they had to be professional and they had to be compassionate. And so we would test that. And then we would run them, because when we were bored, that's what we like doing. We like to run. Because the facility is only 300 yards long, we ran 1.5 miles just about every day, because we wanted them to be ready for anything. We tried to instill in them that we wanted a brotherhood, a group of people that were going to take care of each other no matter what happened. people that you could count on the other side of the building, no matter what happened, no matter how bad it got or how good it was, that you had people there that cared about you. What I can ask these people to do is I can't ask the people at work to take care of them when they're at home, to encourage them to come back, to let them know that they're doing a great job and that we appreciate what they do. That's where you guys are going to come in. Like Ms. Brown said, you guys are a key part of this. You may not realize it, but when they signed up for this job, they signed up their families and everybody else too. They're going to come home confused and frustrated, and we need you to encourage. We need them, we need their training, and we need their abilities. And we want them to come home to you safe every day. So together, if we all work and support them and encourage them and provide them with what they need, they're going to come home to you safe every day, and they're going to provide a service to this community that is amazing and that this community really doesn't understand. So I want to tell you how hard it was to even get here for you. The process includes the written testing and an interview process. That starts out with roughly 300 candidates that are tested and interviewed and background checks. Then we do our background checks with Andy, and Andy Luna does them and says, okay, everything on their application is correct. They are people of good character, people that we want in our facility. We have HR that reviews all the packets to make sure that everything is there and accurate, and that we're prepared to offer this position to them. So what you see is 13 cadets getting ready to be officers, but they're a group that was at one point about 300 people. So if you don't think that they're special and you don't think that they've earned their way and that they behaved appropriately to earn this moment in time, you're wrong. They have. And they deserve every bit of appreciation that we're going to give them and every bit of recognition we're going to give them today. So I want to be one of the first ones to say congratulations, thank you for your hard work, and good luck to you all. Thank you, guys.
We put together a video presentation kind of showing the families of these still cadets. Kind of what they've had to go through for the last 8 weeks. In this presentation, there is some stuff that is funny. Feel free to laugh, clap, whatever you guys feel to do. Here's the video presentation.
Taking their time right behind Well, folks, Mama's wrong again.
No, Colonel Sanders, you're wrong.
Circling your head, contemplating everything you ever said. Now I see the truth, I got it down. A different motive in your eyes, and now I'm out. Good. Your fantasy, you wanna make it a reality, bathing gold. See inside of our heads, yeah. Well, now that's over. I see your motives inside, decisions to hide. Back off, I'll take you on. Headstrong to take on anyone. I know that you are wrong. Headstrong, we're headstrong. Back off, I'll take you on. Headstrong to take on anyone. I know that you are wrong, and this is not where you belong. I can't give everything away. I won't give everything away. Jesus manifest. Your first impression's got to be your very best. I see. Now that's over. See, you wanna make it a reality, bathing gold. See inside of our heads, yeah. Well, now that's over. I see your motives inside, decisions to hide. Back off, I'll take you on. Headstrong to take on anyone. I know that you are wrong. Headstrong.
Let him down, let him down, let him down, let him down. Good job. And your decision to hide. Back off, I'll take you on. Headstrong to take on anyone. I know that you are wrong. Headstrong, we're headstrong. Back off, I'll take you on. Headstrong to take on anyone. I know that you are wrong, and this is not where you belong. Where you belong.
rust. I'm breathing in the chemicals. I'm breaking in, shaping up, then checking out on the prison bus. This is it, the apocalypse. Whoa, I'm waking up. I feel it in my bones, enough to make my system blow. Welcome to the new age, to the new age. Welcome to the new age, to the new age. I'm radioactive, radioactive. I'm radioactive, radioactive. Raise my flag, down my clothes. It's a revolution, I suppose. We're painted red to fit right in. Whoa. I'm breaking in, shaping up, then checking out on the prison bus. This is it, the apocalypse. Whoa, I'm waking up. I feel it in my bones, enough to make my system blow. Welcome to the new age, to the new age. Welcome to the new age, to the new age. I'm radioactive, radioactive. I'm radioactive, radioactive. All systems go. The sun hasn't died. Deep in my bones, straight from inside.
Thank you to the training sergeants for putting that video together. Good job, guys. I don't know if you noticed, Cadet Nieto needs to get pepper sprayed again. She missed her eyes completely. She's a red one, the one with the red face right here. Had to call her out a little bit. All right. We reached the part of our graduation ceremony that will be the administering of the oath of honor. Administering our oath is a judge of the Doña County Magistrate Court of New Mexico. She was elected in November of 2014. She received her bachelor's degree and JD from the University of New Mexico. She also she was a practicing attorney with experience in prosecution and defense, and has previously worked as a high school teacher. Please help me welcome the Honorable Samantha Madrid.
So I know your program says Judge Wiggenroth, and I just wanted to state that Judge Wiggenroth couldn't be here today because he's very busy serving the County of Doña with a very large docket. So if anybody knows Judge Wiggenroth, he has been Doña County Magistrate Judge for 10 years. He was a previous police officer, and all of us in the magistrate court respect him and look up to him. So it's an honor to be here today to swear you in. I have been a magistrate judge. This is my second year, and I do aspire to serve as well and as long as Judge Wiggenroth has. With that being said, I also wanted to thank all of the families here for all the sacrifices you've made and the support that you've given to these cadets to make it through, and we know that they could not have done it without you. We respect you guys, and we thank you so much for your service and the sacrifice you've made by having your cadets here, your family members here to serve this county. And I want to thank the cadets for all of your hard work up to this place / officers. And at this time, I would like to ask you to rise. If you would please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I swear on my honor, I will never betray my badge, my integrity, my character, or the public trust. I will always have the courage to hold myself and others accountable for our actions. I will always uphold the laws, policies, and procedures of my community, county, and state that I serve. All right. Congratulations, your officers.
I'm going to say it one more time. Congratulations, officers. Next is our presentation of our certificates. Anybody wishing to take pictures or wants to get a better angle, you're more than welcome to come in the middle aisle. All I ask is please don't pass the first row of chairs. The cadet or officers, I'm sorry. The officers will be walking right in front of you. Okay. I'd like to invite Sergeant Samuel DePace. Most people know him as Sergeant DePace, but his real name is actually DePace. Did I say it right? Yes, sir. All right. Sergeant Barreras, join us up here as well, please.
Must have been an April Fool's joke. Put it way up there. All right. At this time, I'd like to introduce our graduating officers. Brian Getz. Officer Noel Hernandez. Officer Adrian Marquez. Officer David Tovar. Officer Jonathan Gonzalez. Officer Jose Macias. Officer Jimmy Rodriguez. Officer Roberta Miyagashima. Officer Christopher Rhodes. Officer Raudal Yanez. Officer Daniel Nieto. I'm going to apologize now if I butcher this name. Officer Luzaide Reza. And Officer Leslie Solis.
At this time, I want to recognize one of the newly sworn-in officers. This officer achieved academically one of the highest scores that we've had throughout my entire being up in the training academy. But it was very close. There was a second person right behind them. The valedictorian was decided by about a half of a point. Is that correct? 0.49 is actually what it was. So I'd like to call up Officer Miyagashima up here to say a few words.
I want to thank everyone for coming today. I want to especially thank all of our family and friends for being there with us for the past 8 weeks. I know it's been hard, but even saying good luck today or good luck on your test has really helped us out. We've faced some physical challenges that we won't soon forget. We've earned our sore muscles, our numerous bruises, and our pride has been injured since day one. We have learned some very important lessons that we will carry with us for the rest of our careers. For example, I now know what to expect when someone yells, "Taser, taser," and I'm shot. Today we are celebrating because we are officially earned the right to wear our black shirts. We are officers. Though I have to admit, I'm still waiting for someone to yell, "April Fools." Nevertheless, there are people who helped us reach this goal. At this time, I'd like to ask my fellow officers to join me. We wanted to say thank you to our training sergeants, Barreras and DePace, our Safety Sergeant Cordova, Lieutenant Cordova, and Captain Porter. We wanted to present them with this plaque commemorating our academy. We have seen each other push to our limits. I'm proud to say we are 13 headstrong officers walking out of this building today together.
Officers, take your seats. Thank you very much, Sergeants. Don't go away. Stay up here. They always say, why do you get so nervous for the graduation? I just do every once in a while. But I'm going to actually have them come up and say a few words of encouragement to the officers. But first, I just want you guys to know their team name was Headstrong. When they first came to me, they were all stubborn. That's all they were. But I'm proud to say that the team name fits. They are very headstrong, very strong-minded, and they work very, very hard. I welcome you to the Detention Center family. You're one of us, and you're part of the family. Go out there, do good things. Do good things. And be on time. Okay? Push-up position. For old time's sakes. April Fools. April. Just kidding. Just kidding. We call up Sergeant DePachi real quick.
I'd just like to say thank you to the family for coming. Congratulations, guys. Good job. They went through a lot of stuff with us during PT. The first couple weeks, I just wanted to let you guys know these guys were averaging over 20 miles a week. So we tried to whip them in shape and do our best with them. They showed heart, dedication, everything that they needed to show to graduate this academy. Thank you, guys.
Get this back to a normal height. Good job on all your hard work through these last 8 weeks. Just put everything that we've taught you guys to work now. You guys have had last couple of weeks of FTO and kind of got to see how some of that stuff comes together. So keep up the good work, guys.
Good job. Now they know what it means to have a red face and stand in front of an audience full of a graduation. At this time, I'd ask everybody to please stand for the retrieval of the colors from our honor guard. Thank you all for attending. The graduation ceremony is now ended.